What I like to do now is I'd like to show you a few things that will immediately say to everybody that you're playing with, I'm not a golfer. And these are simple things that, again, don't get taught on the lesson tee very often, but I can immediately see and pick up something before even somebody swings a club on, pretty much what level of player they are. And so what we want you to do is we want you to be familiar enough with the blatant things so that you're not putting that sign up in front of everyone, I don't belong here and I don't know what I'm doing. And a lot of these things, people, I know I've played with people that have played for years and they still do this kind of stuff. And I try to help them as I can. But let me just demonstrate a few things now that I'm sure you've seen in the past that think, well, that's probably not the wrong way to do it, but in essence it is. Hi, my name is Glenn Bromfield, creator of BusinessGolf101.com. What I'd like to do now is just show you the proper way to mark a golf ball, and probably more important, to show you ways that I've seen it done many, many times, and you've probably seen it done as well and think nothing of it. But some of the wrong ways and some of the ways that people mark balls that I know immediately that they're not golfers are this, and maybe you've seen this before. Now, have you ever seen anybody do that? I imagine you have. Maybe even something like this. Maybe you've even seen him do this. Well, there's only one correct way to mark a golf ball, and those aren't it. And even, as a matter of fact, even something as simple as this is incorrect and is a penalty. Now, not a penalty in the sense that you're going to be playing in a tournament that's sanctioned and you're going to have to be concerned with that. But the idea is it's not about the penalty. It's about what the signals that you're sending to the people that you're playing with, whether you know golf. And again, it's not about being a good golfer. It's about knowing golf. So these little things become critically important. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you the proper way to mark a ball. There's one way and one way only to mark a golf ball, and this would be it. The marker goes directly behind the ball, and then the ball gets picked up. Now, a lot of times you'll see someone put the marker down behind the ball, tap the marker and pick it up, and that's okay too, as long as the marker doesn't move. On the tour, you see something different, but that's a whole nother scenario that I won't get into. For the purposes of knowing golf, marking the ball is a sure tell sign that you either are a golfer or you're not. So marking the ball properly is a very important part of the equation. Now, I want to go through one more thing with you. We're going to put one ball here, and then we're going to imagine that somebody's hitting a chip shot and they've hit the chip shot to right about there. And so obviously when I walk up to this ball, I can see that it's pretty close to the line of the other player. And so when I mark this ball, now I'm going to mark it the right way without stepping on their line, but when I mark this ball, the first thing I'm going to say to the other player is that in your way? And right away, the other player is going to say, yeah, move it one to the left, or move it one to the right, or no, it's okay. So if they were to say, move it one to the right, that means you mark the ball, then you take your club head of your putter, whatever putter it is, and you angle that and you look where it is. So you know that when you move this coin over, when you go to move it back, you know exactly where to move it back to. So you move it, if he says one to the right, you move it like this, he'll get up and putt. And then after he putts, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go move the mark back, and then you're going to remark your ball, and you're going to get up and putt. So that's just a little sample of the things that can immediately tell whether you're a golfer or not. And it's something that other golfers pick up on. There's so many rules, and there's so many, and I can't score an A in the rule book, and I've been in it my whole life. So it's not all of the minutia that we're talking about. It's just the primary rules. As long as you know not to ground your club in a bunker, any hazard, what a water hazard is, the penalty for out of bounds and how to play it, how to mark your golf ball, how the line of the putt is sacred, how you don't, get near the line of how you don't scuff your feet on the green. As long as you're aware, and some of those aren't in the rule book, they're just general knowledge. As long as you're aware of that, you're not going to blatantly offend any playing partner. And that doesn't mean you need to be a good golfer. But I can enjoy playing golf with you, whatever level, if you just know enough about golf. And of course, probably the most important thing I haven't mentioned is flow of play. As long as you know enough about the basics, including flow of play, which is a whole nother chapter in the class, critically important to the overall outcome of the round is flow of play. But as long as you know those basics, then we can go out and play and have fun. And again, you don't have to be the greatest golfer to enjoy this game, and you don't have to be the greatest golfer to use this to create relationships that can help you tremendously in business, not just this week, but for the rest of your life. Thank you very much. Appreciate you watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you on businessgolf101.com.